What's up? My name's David Moorfield. I'm a freelance videographer, and this trip we are being flown to Long Island, New York to do a 2-day shoot for a bowling commercial. This is day 2, the full production day, so we had an insanely early 4:45 call time to be down in the lobby and begin shooting by 5:15. So I start to prep all the gear as soon as we arrive and then go right back outside in a freezing weather to start filming.
Logo if you can. I know it's kind of awkward to hold like that, but. Alright. Alright, well, I'm good.
Bird.
So, out of frame. And action.
So this commercial is supposed to be comedy, tongue-in-cheek style, kind of mimicking the Big Lebowski, where it's supposed to be over the top and funny. And the wardrobe was on point, the props were on point, and when you get to see it in the monitor after weeks or months of pre-production, it really is a cool sight. And you know, this isn't even the final product, but this is where my involvement begins and ends. So this makes me happy, and so far I'm liking the shots we are getting this morning.
Dude, that looks really good.
We are using some Zeiss primes on this shoot. First time I've used the baddest lenses, so we have a 40mm f2, 18mm 2.8, and then there is an 85mm 1.8 that is on the camera right now. Electronic focus, LCD screen. Interesting. So my DP is following a script, and I saw that he was trying to look at it in the dark, so I decided to pop up a light, and he said thank you. So just thinking for him to help as much as possible. This shot was awesome. Like I said, these props and the actor they got is fantastic, and we were really aiming for getting the product, which is these light up rails that go along a bowling alley to reflect in his glasses. And later in the day, we actually got another character who was talking to him to be reflected in the glasses. That was a little harder to see the person, but with some lighting, we managed to make it happen.
I need a step to your right.
So is Mark.
Creamsicle.
Yeah, just trying to get told him. Put my nose, it smells like creamsicle. Yeah.
I used to have a Atomos Ninja. This is a Shinobi, and this is one of the main reasons I sold it. So to turn it off, ready, set, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is so annoying when you're on set, and it slows everything down. And then when you want to turn it back on, 1, 2, 3. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This is the slowest monitor. It actually slows your productions down. A good screen, horrible operation.
The production rented a kit of 4 Pavo tubes, which we used on almost every single shot. And one reason specifically was because you can input this rainbow sequence, which just happens to align with the rainbow lighting of the product. So when we needed to seem like there was some spill from these bumpers onto the character, we just pushed that light in. And then if we needed just generic soft light, we put it to, I think, 5,000 Kelvin, and just had soft light in a long bar whenever we needed.
Rolling.
Spaced out.
Alright, let's try one more.
So it's 10 a.m. and we've already had 5 hours of shooting, taking a quick break and then running right back into it.
Rolling, and action, and action.
We had 5 different actors on set, which is a little bit more than I'm used to. So we had to pay a lot of attention to making sure that we got each shot for each of them in each separate video. 4 different delivered videos with different actors in each. And you don't want to come back after the shoot and say, oh, we missed the reaction shot to this scene. So following and adhering to the script is extremely important.
Celebrate, jump up and down.
Good job, Aaron.
Perfect.
This is our extremely rudimentary slate. It is a massive dry erase board that has 2 numbers on it. First one is the corresponding video number and then the scene. So video 2-9, scene 9, something like that. It works. It has no other purpose besides that. So normally I take DP positions on jobs, but for this one I am commonly brought in to be an assistant to my buddy, the one who voiced to his company that he should contract me. So I would gladly come in, take a little smaller rate, have less duties, and one of them is to watch the battery levels of all the devices. So I saw the gimbal was getting low and I switched it.
22, please. And good. Got it. All right. And action. Excellent. Let's do one more. And action.
Oh, I love
Nice,
that's awesome.
It's a fun shot.
Yeah.
Right. Slated. Thank you very much. And action. Perfect. And one more. And action.
So the crew found a couple more pickup shots that we need to get, but as soon as they are done with that, we are wrapped. So I'm just taking the initiative to start breaking down everything. I did ask if we could, and they said yes.
Since all of this gear is rented from Lens Rentals, it needs to be packed away into the cases to get it into the car, and then once we get back to the hotel, it needs to have a full repacking, making sure every accessory, every piece is in the corresponding case so that it can be dropped off the next morning at a FedEx or UPS, wherever the drop-off point is, and then sent back to Lens Rentals. So another crew member was handling that as we head on our way back to the Long Island Airport. Morning flight, which I'm always okay with. I don't like it when travel takes up the entire day. And then I don't have that much baggage. I have the checked bag, which has a couple of lights, and my backpack, which is just personal items. So laptop, I was able to get some client emails done while I was on this trip, and then chargers, headphones, extra jacket, very minimal stuff that's nice to have when you travel. But I didn't need to bring that much gear on this one, so always happy when I can keep it light, just easier to remember and operate as you go. Had a couple minutes before our flight and was able to talk about general projects, career paths we have going on now that the project is finished. And I've said it before, but I highly recommend always meeting up with other people in the industry, even if you guys do something different. It's really cool to see how their career path differs from yours and what they're getting out of it, or maybe what the cons are. And I feel like the freedom of sharing information is always a good thing. It just allows you to open up your perspective that might have taken you, years to figure out, when you could have just had a nice conversation with someone and they could say, no, that actually didn't work out for me, or I learned from it and I actually did this. So while I was out, I got an email for a job coming up, corporate day, 1-day shoot. So that'll be nice. And then we also have another MMA production going on. So always happy to do those, and this could be another one where I am part of that larger crew. And this is how I get all the vlogs done.
I am exhausted. That was such a long trip.
So the quote I sent over for this job was the invoice, so that's already going through. It'll pay out on a net 30. Other than that, I'm done for this week, and if you are in Orlando, I'm hosting another filmmaker breakfast right here in downtown. Hit me up on my Instagram and I can let you know the details. And that's it. See you guys in the next one.